What's up, everybody? Another week, another day, another dollar. I shouldn't say another dollar. I ain't making shit right now. But anyways, yeah, we got part one posted of the behemoth, the F350, which is right here. I hadn't got to work on it, so we went camping, had a blast. It was actually a very nice weekend. It was warm the entire time, except for Sunday when we were coming home. It was windy, it was raining. Yeah, it was pretty nasty on Sunday, but we had fun, caught a fish, hung out, got to enjoy the day. So right now, before we get working today, I gotta take my RV and my big old monster toy hauler I got here. I gotta take this puppy back to its resting place. And then once we get back from doing this, I'm going to start working on the behemoth, get the other side knocked out, and then see if we can get it in some primer today. I don't remember where I left off up in here. I haven't been in here for like almost a week, at least a week, 7 days or so. Yeah, we gotta chip this crap out and skim that, and this side does not have that much dents. Minor stuff. So I'm gonna knock this out, a couple here on the hood. We'll spread some mud on those. Alright guys, well, I put in some work today, and I didn't film me sanding and doing the same thing I did in the last video, but let me give you guys a little update here. So we're blocked out, and it's blocked all the way down to 220, and I'm ready to primer it. The 80 grit scratches were pretty deep looking to me, so I 220'd it, and I'm gonna go ahead and primer it from there. I'm gonna give it two to three good wet coats. I'm not gonna primer the whole thing. I'm gonna lightly primer some of these spots that I've sanded that are like these little spots here. I'm gonna lightly dust them, maybe a couple little coats, but all these are all gonna get it. Like this whole door will probably get reprimed. I'll probably prime majority of this door. Of course, majority of all this, I'm not gonna prime the entire thing in full, but I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, I still got some dings and dents here that I feel that they'll just define themselves after I primer it. So this is a high spot right here for sure. There's a good high spot right there. Yeah, it's either a high or a low, I'm not sure. Some people can tell. I'm not that good at it, so once I prime it and block it flat, I'll be able to tell exactly where I need to fix it. So that's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. I'm gonna tape this puppy off, but I need to open this garage door and get some air. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do some taping, and I'll catch you guys on here in a little bit when I'm finished.
Good to go with a hot, fresh, handheld.
What up, everybody? Alright, here we are again. So, another day, another dollar. Nah, ain't dollar. I ain't making shit. Anyway, out here having a couple cold ones. Of course, representing my club, Bombardiers, the old school, the new school. I'm one koozie. Cheers. Anyways, we're in here today. We're still here on video 2, so this is where I'm at. I didn't get to record much, but re-skimmed all the little chips and dings after the prime. Same here. This bedside actually came out pretty darn straight. I was surprised. I really didn't have much left on it. Everything seemed to be good. This door was still a mess. I had to re-skim it with glaze. So it had some waves in it I just didn't like, so I re-glazed it. The hood had 2 little dings on it, which are fixed now. They're good to go. This side here, we had a couple little pieces there, here, a little bit there. Pretty much where those big chips were at is where I was having an issue, where I feather edged it. I kept getting the line because I didn't put enough Bondo on it, of course. I was putting it on real thin. And I guess I'm going to have to retape this, most likely so. Alright, but here we are, guys. So for the most part, we're skimmed up. There's a few spots I got to skim still that I don't like. And then we're going to block that flat, throw one more spot prime on it, and then we should be golden. We should be ready to paint this puppy. Problem number 1 is I didn't buy the paint. Tomorrow is, Keister, or Easter, whatever you guys call it. So, yeah, I didn't buy the paint, and I'm hosting a barbecue with the fam. So, I won't be out here painting the truck. So, it's going to have to wait till my next set of days off, which is going to be another week. Head to the paint shop, grab some paint, come back. We'll try to make it happen on Thursday. If not, for sure Friday. Friday, for sure, because that means if I can get it done Friday, this thing will be out of my life on Saturday. And as soon as this guy comes and picks up this piece of shit, then I can start working on my damn 32 for a little bit until I'm ready for the next one. Fellas, that's where we're at. That's where we're going to be. So junk. Alright, fellas, got you here on a better view, hopefully. Yeah, I had to mess with my camera. I never used that other view, but it seems to be a lot better, a lot wider of a view for sure. Super view. Never used it. I've always kept it on the same settings, but I'm blowing it off. Gonna have to remask some stuff here, getting all the water out of it. I'm just gonna primer it today, so there's a few little dings and things that I missed, but honestly, I'm over it. I'm done with this thing. So from here on out, that's it. I am not going to be fixing much. I have already put way too much effort into this truck for what I owe the dude. So, you know, he asked me to just make it better. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's so hard for me because I'm a perfectionist. So, yeah, I'm a big time perfectionist, but I'm gonna have to just let it be on this a little bit. There's still some pretty heavy scratches in it. I keep sanding and sanding and sanding, and I don't know, we'll see what happens when I get through the last stage of primer. If I have to reseal it, then I will. But like I said, this thing's not a show truck, it's a ranch truck. And it doesn't have to be perfect, which by no means it's going to be. I'm just trying to clean it up more. Let's get it on. So if you guys, I mean, whoever watches my channel, if you guys are ever painting or you guys want to get into painting, kind of just got to find a little niche that works for you, you know. Me, I found these little stir sticks or cake things. I don't know what the hell they're for, but they're in the cooking aisle at Albertsons or the grocery store, boys. And I have 2 of them. I got this little guy here. And you know what? Way better than these wood stir sticks, I'll tell you. So every time I use them, I just wipe them down, clean them off with some reducer later on. I'm already getting stuff all over my hands. I should put some gloves on. Alright guys, this says what? Let me guess, 4:1. Yep, 4:1 ratio. Boom, look for the 4:1 on here. We got a lot of shit to prime, so well, that's not good. Alright, 4:1. I'm gonna just go all the way up to number 4 on the 4:1. You can go to the 5 or more, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Make sure you got the right 2K hardener. It tells you on the jug which hardeners work with this, and this is the one. So of course, to mix paint, I don't know if you guys know how or what, but if you got a can that says 4:1, 4 parts of this on the 4:1 ratio, and then you go to the next line and you go to the next number 4. Boom. 4:1. I'm almost out of primer too. I'm gonna need some more of this for the next project. Make sure you do your bench time. Mix it thoroughly. I kind of stir it like a old-fashioned cocktail. 30 stirs one way, 30 stirs the other way. You know, kind of center, big circles, you know, like whatever. I just try to do that. Sometimes I kind of swish it back and forth, make figure 8s. Kind of just do whatever. I use the figure 8 pattern. They caught on to that.
Catch it when I throw it up. Yeah. I'm gonna have to use a distinct pattern now. They got used to the figure 8.
This is my primer gun right here. It's got a 1.8 tip. It's a DeValbis. Pretty much all my guns are DeValbis, so that's my DeValbis primer gun. This is my DeValbis that I use for clear. Clear only. This one here is my first DeValbis I ever had, and this one I have a 1.8 tip in it. So my clear is a 1.3, my primer is a 1.8. This DeValbis here has a 1.8 in it, and this is what I use for spraying flake, and I use it to paint doors, like house doors or furniture. I use this one for whatever, but it's my flake gun. And then here's my base gun. You know, we'll be using this one tomorrow. This has a 1.3 in it. I do have a 1.5 for it, but it's just your personal preference what you want to spray. So I spray it with a 1.3. Some people like the 1.5. You know what? Let me sometimes I just get a little bit of reducer. Drop just a little bit in there. So if anything in your gun is just dry or stuck from your previous, I mean, you can take your gun apart and clean it if you want before. Most people do, some people do. I keep my guns pretty clean. I check that out. Spray's decent. I just kind of do that real quick just to check it out, make sure everything's properly functioning. Alright, let's give this a whirl. All that dry shit that was on that can most likely fell in this primer, so you might as well strain it out. Still some heavy scratching right there. Alright guys, we got this. I'm having problems with my camera today for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it. Whatever. Camera died. So either way fellas, here we are. We are in primer. For the last time, I am going to... I don't know why this thing ain't charging. For the last time, I ended up primering the whole bedside. I pretty much almost primered the whole damn truck. So, yeah, this whole side pretty much got the full treatment because it was it's pretty messed up. Y'all saw it. So I just decided to primer the whole damn thing. So I'm gonna wet sand this down, 600 wet, and we're ready to paint. I'm not gonna mess around with this thing no more. I'm tired. I've fixed so many little chips and dings and all kinds of stuff. I don't have time for this to make this perfect. And for the most part, it's good for me. I guarantee you it'll be good for him. So, all right, let me wrap up shop. Gotta go buy some paint. Gotta go run some errands. And then tomorrow morning, we're in here. Paint time, baby. Paint time is tomorrow. All right, I'll kick you guys back on tomorrow. Peace. to the end. My camera has been giving me problems all day long. Keeps saying it's hot. The batteries keep dying. I don't know. I had to put it on the charger. You really didn't miss nothing. I sprayed it. I put those stupid freaking bucks or deer, I don't know what the hell they are on there, that he wanted. And I spit some clear on it. There's some stuff in it I'm not happy with, but once again, I wasn't supposed to make it perfect, but that is very, very, very hard for me to let something out of my shop that's not perfect. I can't stand it when I miss dings and dents. I don't like runners. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like trashing my paint. But this one has its flaws, believe me. But this man's gonna be happy with it. I keep thinking to myself, this is just a truck, he just wanted it resprayed, he didn't want it perfect. It's just, it's so hard for me to do, it drives me insane. He insisted on having these stupid deer, yeah, let me look at them. Yep, they're deer. He wanted deer on his door, so I did it, okay? Don't hold it against me. So here you go. I even did it in charcoal metallic, because I didn't have any black. So here it is. There you go. That's what he wanted, so I did it. I still got to put the there's some like weird cracking that was in the paint before. I guess I should have just primered the whole hood, and I didn't. And that's my fault, because there's these little, like, I don't know, it's from the old paint. But I didn't want to waste all my primer, so that's why I didn't primer the whole truck. But I should have, just lesson learned. I mean, it came out pretty good compared to the way it was. Down here on the bottom, there's still some scratch marks that I missed from all that disaster I was screwing with, but that's what happens when you start rushing stuff. But it's done. I needed to get it out of here this weekend because I got another guy coming in that I got to do some door gaps on, and I want to work on my own shit. I'm kind of burning out working on people's stuff. I really want to work on my 32 and get that rolling, and I want to get my 40 going. I know that's the one you guys want to see. So I'm trying to get there, guys. I owed this work to a few people, and there was a few people I made some promises to. So here I am catching up with everything. But it'll happen. This stuff here is getting me back in my groove, getting me back in the game, getting me quicker again, getting me back on track with my painting and getting used to my guns and all the stuff I didn't get to do for a couple years while I was working on this garage. So, a lot of lessons learned, but I made it through another one. So for right now, I'm gonna have me a cold one and stare at this and nitpick the hell out of it like painters do. And that's about it. I guess tomorrow morning I'll come out here and unmask it, go from there. But I sure hope he's happy with it, because I'm not doing it again. So that's a wrap for this one. There she is, boys. There she is. It's not even close to the best paint job. It's probably my worst. But it looks alright for what he wants. It's gonna sit outside, gonna rot in the sun, and he doesn't really care. So I'm happy with it. I know he will be. I put the fender trim back on it. I cleaned up the windows. It had a little overspray on them. Yeah, that's what he wanted, guys. So I slapped it on there for him. A couple little eagles and some mountains with a little buck. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty decent. I'm not too happy with the hood at all. It had some weird little cracks in it that when I primered it, I didn't see them, and I kind of rushed myself on it, but I'll show it to you in a minute. Here's the other little book, and figured I'd put the matching ones on there. I mean, the side came out all right. If I would have high builded it and blocked it, it would have been really, really straight. There's a few waves in it, but I didn't primer the whole thing and block it flat. I kind of just went off the old paint job. So it's got a little waves in it, but here's what he wanted in the back. This one here looked a little feminine to me. So it had butterflies. I didn't spray the butterflies. I just sprayed the bull. Yeah, there's some waves that I'm not happy with, but I mean, it's a ranch truck. I gotta keep thinking that. Yeah, but this hood, dude, I was not happy with it. It has all these little tiny nicks in there. They're all over the place. He said he didn't care, because I told him, do you want me to spend all the time to fix it? I mean, I would have just needed to primer the hell out of it. And I didn't want to waste all my primer. So that's how it ended up.